We're live tonight on Facebook. We're live on two parts. We're live on Cafe Clairvoyance. We're also live on one of the group pages. And also, we're also live on YouTube Cafe Clairvoyance. You can watch this show wherever you like. Wherever you like. Isn't that nice? Nice, because we just love to spread the love there and just make you guys feel very, very connected. Good. Okay, so what's going to be happening tonight? Loads of things will be happening tonight. I'm going to be telling you about interesting information that's coming up over the next sort of few weeks, and also here what's coming up tonight and what's in store for you. That's all very exciting, isn't it? Isn't that all very exciting? Anyway, I think we need to start first of all with a little bit of intro music. Okay, so before I bring on my very, very special guest Geochi, I'd just like to tell you about what's coming up there. Okay, so tonight we've got the music, we've got the flute, absolutely wonderful flute, amazing. This is American Indian tribal flute, if I call it like that. Maybe I'm going to be heavily corrected, you never know. But Geochi's going to tell us all about this and what it is and what sounds it makes. He's going to play some tunes and some music. We're also going to do some live readings, and with your reading comes a wonderful tune. How's that? So you get a tune for your reading. Doesn't it like having a reading tune, is there? I don't know. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so it is strange times coming on these days, strange times. I mean, I was even talking to my neighbour the other day here, and she works at the bakery. And she decided that she absolutely hates it. And I think she's having a mid-loaf crisis. Yeah, mid-loaf crisis. And actually, but I think now what she's heading for is a new lease of loaf. Hopefully that works wonders, that joke. So, yes, this is what we like to do. We like to share the page. We like to like it. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe coming in tonight here. So far, it looks like everybody's on Facebook so far, but you never know. Someone may decide to jump over the other side and come in through YouTube. Now, what's going on? What's coming up this week here? Okay, it's a very important week this week, especially astrologically, and the news that we have for you, especially that's going to come up on our show tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning, which is in Spain, 10 a.m. UK, and wherever else you guys are around the world. It's around about that time. So it's 11 o'clock Spain, 10 o'clock UK. And in that particular show, what we're going to be doing is talking about the eclipses, because we're coming into the eclipse season. And for some of us here, some of us get very worked up by eclipses, thinking, oh my God, it's the end of the world. Well, not really. It's the end of an old world and starting of something new. We were talking about this in great depth and detail, and how to manage them. That's the big thing, how to manage these things. So my good friend, and myself, we were talking you through the eclipses, and when we do your readings tomorrow, we'll introduce, which I'm sure will be absolutely fabulous. Great fun, won't it? Be great fun. Lovely to see so many of you lovely people on tonight from around the world. Already, wow, loads of you. Just wonderful to say hello to you. Anyway, okay, so I'll say a big hello to everyone. Okay, who's coming on here? So, okay, this is from the producer out there, Deborah. She actually manages the show in the background, which, believe me, is not an easy job. And I absolutely warm-heartedly accept all the wonderful comments that come in saying, thank you, Deb, for managing the show and making sure it runs all right, because she does a fantastic job. But this is all you lovely guys coming in. Oh, Denise Miller, hello. We've got Katrina. We've got Helen says you're getting worse. Thank you very much. No. I get more prestigious every day. Jay says, hello, Deborah and Phil. And Carmina wants to send 3 white hearts. So Guys, just like the show. Leslie Jean Ennis says, good evening, Phil, and everybody. And loads of kisses, loads of hearts. Big love. That's it. Big love. That's it. That's called love. That's a burger. Burger? That's love. Burger, love. Burger, love. Yeah? They mean the same. It's the same thing. You know how it is, don't you? You know how it is. And we want to say hello from Joe. We want to say hello from Deborah from Hola, España. Please let us know where you're from. Unfortunately, you've frozen on my screen. Okay, well, maybe the internet will just suddenly lift shortly and hopefully it gets better for you. Sharon Jackson wants to say hello, and as does everybody. Everybody wants to say hello, so it's lovely saying hello to you guys. Anyway, and also Elodie. So let's crack on with the show. Let's get on here. So I've got a very, very busy night tonight. Very tuneful night. Very tuneful night. And also just to let you guys know that this will be launched in Cafe Clairvoyance, and especially for you guys in the Cafe Clairvoyance group, which just to raise your awareness, your attention there. Perhaps you need this sound just to wake you guys up who are in the group. That's it, just to wake you guys up there, is that coming up through this week we'll be announcing that there's going to be some online courses which you may enjoy and benefit from. So we'll tell you all about that coming up in the next couple of days and the dates they're going to start. Good, okay, so I think it's that time of the show. Don't you think? Don't you think? I think it is. I think it is here. Right, okay, what does Paul say here? Managing can't be easy for Debs. What are you trying to say, Paul? What is it you're trying to say, young man? In this show, to keep you going, you need two things. You need to have clairvoyance, but going with clairvoyance goes coffee. Coffee, clairvoyance. If you must have tea, okay, you have to have tea. If you have wine, fantastic. And but we don't drink whilst we're doing shows like this. Spirits and spirits do not match. Anyway, I think it's about time I brought on my very, very special guest. Here he is, all the way from Javier in Spain. Comes my very good friend. Actually, I think he's up the hill, which is called Cumbre Sol. I think he's just up the road there. He's going to tell us where he's from anyway. But this is a very well-travelled man, fantastic guy, and I know you can have a wonderful time just chatting away, and away we go. Right, here he is. So with my great pleasure here to introduce Geochi. Geochi, good evening to you, sir. Hello.
Hello, Phil. Hello, everybody.
See you. I think we need a bit of a round of applause, Geochi, just to welcome you on the show there, just to say how lovely it is to see you. Brilliant. Now, Geochi, so tell us a little bit, please, about flutes, because when I was younger, I used to think if someone says, "Oh, I play the flute," I think it's a small thing like wooden, or it's silver or something like this. Now you showed me your flute the other week, and I tell you what, I know men get size proportions completely out of alignment. They're terrible, absolutely terrible. But this thing is huge. It's for a flute, it's massive. You do this inside this thing. Now there you go. Look at that. That's a flute. Look at those flutes there. They are amazing. Now, what are they made of? First of all, please.
Okay, well, there's a variety of woods I do use, from softwoods to hardwoods, exotics or domestics, as they're called sometimes. For example, this particular one was Alaskan yellow cedar that grows specifically in Alaska only.
You can get that locally easy from the MFI stores. No, you can't.
No. These are specialized tone woods, I would say, yeah. This one, for example, is a mahogany type called sapele. I use walnut, I use maple, I use even simpler woods. It depends on client's preference.
Okay, client's preference. This means that people can buy them, is that right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Fantastic. Guys, would you like a flute? I think this could be something that could be amazing. Okay, so yes, everybody says nice flutes, and Deborah needs a large cup of coffee. That's nice, isn't it? Anyway, good. So, how long have you been playing these flutes for? You've got to be careful. You see, speak to that. How long have you been playing the flutes for?
I've been building them for roughly 10 years already. So before that, I bought a flute, a similar flute, and I played for about 3 years before I started building it. But the story actually goes back all the way into my childhood,
Okay.
where I watched a documentary on a Japanese rim-blown flute, which is a different design than this one and is a lot more difficult to play. And I was absolutely blown away. I was maybe 8 years old by the sound and fascinated. And I attempted to make one, but since I didn't have proper bamboo that these shakuhachis are made of, I took apart a fishing rod and attempted to make it out of that. It didn't make a sound and made a noise, but that was the seed that was planted.
How about the fish? Did they like it?
Yes, I'm sure they
On the
did.
fish, they just jump on the end of your hook. You just play this thing and away you go. That sounds fantastic. Wow, brilliant, brilliant. Okay, so and what's it? So inside the flutes here, because most flutes I know just have like a single tube, What goes on with? If you don't mind me asking, what's going on with your one there? Oh, your
Yes.
one's there.
So I do make single chamber flutes and double chamber flutes. So this one has what's called a drone flute. And the reason for that is because, like a bagpipe has a melody side, and then it has a droning tube that creates a droning effect, supporting effect in a certain key that creates a fuller, more engaging, richer sound. And it's the same idea with this flute.
Okay.
This wasn't the original
Oh, we just froze it. We
by
just froze
Native
it.
Americans. This was improved upon.
Okay, okay. So, what do you, when you play flutes, what sort of people want to listen to these? I know everyone here tonight is super excited about hearing you play your flute, but what purpose, what does it give to people when they listen to your flute playing? What do they say to you?
Well, many do find this an extremely hard tool and music as well. I've encountered some with this music. That's why many get addicted to it. When if they choose to buy an instrument, because it is an amazing tool for self-inquiry and meditation. And the reason for that is basically, as many of us know, that the basics of meditation is to watch our breath. With the flute, not only you are capable of watching the breath, but the breath also creates magic melodies. And in that space, if you remove yourself from the one playing the flute, this is how I actually learned, then very unexpected things start coming into existence and you start improvising and melodies just come. So it's a meditation, creation, and magic all at once.
I like the sound of this. So, what you're saying here is, so we can manifest things through our mind and through our breathing, say like the laws of attraction and things like this. And would you say that you could manifest things through the sound of the flute by having the intention with the flute?
Absolutely. And in fact, at the end of the show, I'm going to share at the Cafe Clairvoyance group a few videos where everybody's going to have a chance to see how sound literally creates form, literally. So at the end of it, many will understand why I could say that at this very moment, literally everything is being sung into being. It's extremely fascinating subject, and some may already know it by the name cymatics.
Cymatics, yes, I've heard of that. Cymatics. For those of you who haven't heard of that, I think this is a very valuable video to watch, which I believe you're going to drop into Cafe Clairvoyance group and the Cafe Clairvoyance homepage. And on YouTube, we'll upload it to the page once it's up on YouTube. So this sounds absolutely magic. So this is incredible already. So do people actually come to you and say, look, I want to manifest something through law of attraction and actually want to focus on music and meditation to help reach that particular goal, especially if it's spiritual?
Yes, I would say so, because it focuses one's mind and intention, and through focus, intentional meditation, that's one of the layers to the law of attraction.
Well, this is magic. I'm absolutely, I'm actually speechless on this, because I think it's fantastic that we can actually have someone on the show who can work with the law of attraction through music to attract what it is that you would want in your life through spirituality and positivity, love and light, and actually use music to do this through the flute by the breathing. Now, breathing is one of the most important things, as you were saying. And as we know through meditation, as we know through hypnosis, and to be able to focus on intention, our breathing is so important. And I know everybody's itching out there to have a go at this. Would you mind if you could give us, I don't know if I should call this a melody, a tune, a somatic vibration? I do not know. What would you like to call it?
Yes, I would love to. To start with, I will do the following. I will play the flute, for example.
Sorry, you just froze just then. I'll just say.
Yes, that's the flute.
Okay, sorry.
This is the lowest flute I made.
What wood was it made of?
This flute is made of Alaskan cedar, but any flute can be made out of any wood. And this is the lowest flute I make. It's very long and very deep sounding. So I will play it first without an effect, and then I'll add a little bit of effect for a very beautiful touch.
Wow.
Okay. Here I go.
Listen out there. Listen with your ears. This, I think, is going to be magic.
And now I'll put on a little effect and...
Okay, everyone's silent. No one's saying a thing. No one's writing anything. They're focusing. Brilliant. Wow, that's beautiful. The lovely thing is watching that huge smile on your face after you've played that, and knowing that's something you've made, you created. It's a beautiful sound. It is so relaxing, and I know people there are probably going to feel like they've got tears in their eyes because they just feel so touched by that. That was beautiful. That was so beautiful. Thank you so much for that. That was lovely. And wow, I don't know what to say, but that was wonderful. Taz Sandbrook says, beautiful sound that you can feel the momentum of the energy. I've tingles all up and down my spine. They work so beautifully with a lot of my work. Thank you for sharing such a wonderful sound and your passion. And I think that's absolutely mind blowing. And I think you're going to be a very busy man.
My pleasure. My pleasure. You're absolutely right, Phil, that I do have a gigantic grin every time I tune the flute, because that moment when it becomes alive is really pure magic. It really is.
I think if anybody had worries before they started the show, I think everyone's going to say they're all gone. Because that just blew them away. So, guys, you're going to get a little
All gone.
reading coming up in a not too distant future there. So, do you do workshops? Are you thinking of doing workshops at all where people can play the flute?
With every purchase of a flute, I offer a half an hour free lesson over Skype.
Okay.
And this is where, I basically lay out all the secrets in a short amount of time, because this flute is the easiest flute to play, actually. The Native American flute, because of its construction. Many flutes, like the classical metal flute, you need to learn your embouchure, which is how you put your lips over a hole, and that's tricky. So many flutes require that, but you just have to blow into the mouth, and that's it. It's very easy.
If you'd like to do this one, you said you got.
So I can demonstrate.
You said you got special effects. When you put the special effects on, they were there, but I know when we did this earlier, there was the special effects were a bit stronger. So what I say is, if you don't mind, can you play that one and then put on the special effects again, but turn them up a little bit?
Turn them up a bit. Okay.
Yeah, turn the special effects up. Yeah, well, this is great. What a show.
While I'm putting on the special effect, I'll just say that this is the highest, well, actually not the highest flute, almost the highest flute that I make, a high-pitched flute.
Okay. What do you say after that? What do you have to say? I mean, not after something like that, you just don't want to speak for a while. I think everybody is just in absolute silence.
That is why I call this the perfect tool for meditation. It opens up the heart and quiets the mind and brings lots of peace.
Do you get any people who come to you who have health difficulties and they require something like your type of music? and I'll tell you what, it's like a soul for. I don't know if I call it music. It's so magical. That is unbelievable magic. So, do you get people who actually come to you who perhaps have health difficulties of some kind, and just to help them to relax, to ease stresses or strains or pain?
I'll answer it this way. I had a client of mine who purchased a couple of flutes for me, and he was directly working with autistic children.
Oh, wow.
And the reason for that was because they were really responding to flute and to music. And to also add to this, as I mentioned earlier, I will post a PDF file that not so long ago I've discovered. It's a research done by a doctor about the effects of specifically native style flute on people with certain conditions, and it's extremely fascinating to read.
Yeah.
I was quite surprised to hear about this. It talks about them, connecting. Yeah.
Well, what's interesting is because I'm not going to mention any names or anything like that, but I know there's certain people in the audience, call it the audience, who find peace in just hearing that music there. And one particular lady there, she just said that how magical it was, but I know that she has some health issues, but I think that just touched her, and I just felt here, and I think that I think she's just absolutely over the moon that she could actually just listen to this. I know she'll be very thankful for what you're doing. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, so it's interesting here because I think I absolutely hope, I really, really do hope that from this show, because we've gone out to loads of people tonight already. Although there's just under 30 interacting, I know on the outside of this, that number quadruples, if not goes even higher than that. And I know even after the show, people who can't watch it tonight because they're busy will come back and watch it. So those numbers will go up again. And I really wish you every success because I think the magic you've got there will just blow people away. Absolutely blow people away. I've never heard music like that, and I know everyone else out here will probably feel the same. And I'm sure if people are interested out there that we'd love to do a workshop or do something together where we're doing a meditation and we're playing flute and we're doing something to just enhance our lives, just enhance that vibration, that psychosomatic, that actually you call it something else, synco, or I nearly got the word right, but you say it right, I don't. Anyway, but it's that musical balance with the soul. I think is fantastic. Yes. Wow. So perhaps there's something there. I just want to say that was just amazing. Okay, right. I'm going to change the tune a little bit. In fact, I think it's time to round up the cavalry. And I just wonder where they are. Oh, here they are. I'm just going to find a cavalry and I'll find out what they're up to. And I know the producer's out there. She's doing loads of stuff at the moment. But just see the cavalry. Yep, there they are. Yep, they're out there. They're out there. In fact, here, even the producer is getting ready for the next part of the show. I can actually hear her running. Yep, there she goes. She's off there running. She's getting everything ready. And yes, there goes the old typo machine, bringing you through all your details of all your readings. Oh dear. And as we go through the show, I just want to give a little shout out, actually, a little shout out to Helen Davis, and Spread Some Sunshine. Find her Spread Some Sunshine group on Facebook, helping villages in need in Sri Lanka. And there's a lot more to come out of this, which will be a little bit later on. But big shout out to Helen Davis, who we were very touched with her story not so long back. Anyway, so let's get on with the next bit because we have loads of people here have come through and wanted readings, but they also wanted a little flute, a tune. Oh, I can't call this a tune. It's an experience. I would say it's a beautiful experience, an amazing experience. So we do their readings, then straight after the readings, if that's all right, I'll send a message to you and just play, please, what you think the harmony is that they need to hear to resonate through this particular situation they're going through, if that's okay with you.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah,
brilliant,
I would
brilliant,
like that.
brilliant. Okay, so let's go to Katrina first of all, because yes, Katrina's actually here. She says very peaceful, so it's lovely to connect with Katrina here straight away. And she has, have I got, I like this, her colour is green. So what I do is I tune in with the colour and tune in colour green. And she says here, have I got good things to look forward to? And just by the colour green and the way I'm tuning in with you at the moment, that I can feel, Katrina, I would say with you, the colour green is about new beginnings. It's about healing. Would you understand here that a lot of your life at the moment, Katrina, is about change? Is about a lot of change coming into your world here. And with that change, I think here is the knowing that you have to let go of old modalities or ways of thinking in order for your life to go forward. But would you understand here you're going through a soulful healing journey within yourself at the moment? Because it's not just whatever you look forwards to, is what's going on within you. I would say here, Katrina, I think is one of the blessings I could pick up here. In fact, I actually got a lady who's going straight above your mother and goes straight to your grandmother, and she's actually just started to come through beside me. And she wants to say here, would you understand here about wanting to do a job for yourself, whether this is writing a book or doing something which involves something for you to put pen to paper, but to create a project for yourself, Katrina. If you would understand that, that would be great. But this particular lady here is just sending a blessing to you. And she's also saying to me here, she says here, would you understand here that it took you a long time to actually recognize, realize, and understand that to let go of the past, with you, took a long time for you to recognise that actually, in a sense, you were right. You're right. So you're going off the past. Let's have a look at the future. Let's have a look at what the cards want to pull up for you. So this is, let's see what your vibration here is. I just finished shuffling the cards. I'm going to cut them into 3 piles. I'm going to go for the left pile. And the left pile here, Katrina, for you, is saying, have I got good things to look forward to? It's about confidence. It's about ending the old. And it's about love. It's about love. It's about happiness here. It's definitely about love. We've got a lovely card here. Just pull that back. It's a 2 of Cups, and basically here this means here about loving relationships in front of you. But it really is about letting go of past hurts for you to move in. So letting go of past hurts, letting go of old bygones. Is there anything, is there a lovely tune that you can associate or just feel harmony there that Katrina needs just to help her through a particular time that she's healing, she's moving on, and to let go of the past because there's good things coming?
Yes, absolutely. Color green actually corresponds to a heart chakra, and this flute is in the key of F sharp, which is very close to the heart chakra.
Fantastic.
So I'll play.
What a touching experience there. Very touching. A flute for the heart. Wow. Wow. Well, Katrina, I hope you're touched by that because I was. I was. I'm sure everyone else was as well. That was beautiful. It's interesting just watching you after you just played that because it's like you go somewhere.
Mm.
You go somewhere, and it's like you're going to one of the most. It's the envy of everybody where you go to. And it's interesting to talk about the green resonates with the heart chakra, but it's like you went into a heart space, which I think people
Mm.
noticed and just felt throughout your music there. That is beautiful. Thank you very, very much. And yeah,
Mm.
Frida, that was for you, and hopefully you enjoyed that there. That was very, very touching. Okay, right. We're going on to. I hope, for goodness sake, I pronounce this right. I do apologise. Down here. But Mary Zaka. Mary Zaka. Yes, I've got it right. I know I have. Mary Zaka. Mary Zaka. Good evening to you. Good evening to you. Lovely and welcome. And I think, is it right you're in the Channel Islands? Channel Islands. Well, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. And thank you for your question here. You wrote in here. You said your colour was electric blue. And the question was love. Question was love here. So we're on the romance side tonight. So it's finding out what comes through here. Now, electric blue, with this here, it's an interesting colour, especially you've got not just blue, you've got electric blue. And because this relate to me that you're actually wanting to communicate a lot more. But would you understand here, it's also about being in touch with your heart. It's not just about being touching about what you're saying or what you're doing, because there's an energy here with this as well that I'd say that is you're talking, and be careful that we're not thinking too much. So we actually are coming from the heart. So when it comes to love, I think here it's what is it that's in your heart there, especially with who's a gentleman with the initial D, please, like DJ. But I've got a gentleman here who's coming through initial D. Here he's coming through for you, and he says here that. Would you understand here? It's like I've got your heart here, heart energy, and one part here wants to just open up to love. The other part is in fear from the past. And my thing here is to work with you to see what comes up through the cards, is to help you forwards as where we're going. But electric blue, very nice colour, very strong colour, very vibrant. But it's also where's we need to look at the emotional channel here as well, and let's see what comes up here. So 3 piles of cards. I'm actually going to go for the left, and Mary Zaka, let's have a little look here and see how we go. Right. It's interesting actually. Normally everybody's chatting away on the chat boxes there, but everybody's so in tune with what you're doing, everybody's just gone silent. Amazing. Yes, we're letting go of the past. Now, one of the things coming in around you is it's into the foundations come up in front of you there, Marisaka. It's going to be more about your practical side of life, the financial side of life, and the materialistic side of your life, which is going to start changing for the better. You're going to think about moving, you're going to think about going somewhere, but and sometimes you'll think, oh my goodness, am I making a right decision or a wrong decision? This is important to you, I feel here, and your decision needs to be taken a little bit of time here. And also here, it is about what's best for you. What's best for you. So I think if we're going forwards, I think the biggest point here is with this electric blue. We're saying what we're saying, we're meaning what we mean, but our feeling state here needs something else to tune in and touch on this. And maybe the music will help. So, Geochi, there's a little tuning which we just need to get a bit of inner tuning here. Oh, we got the big one.
The big of G. Base G, which actually does correspond to the throat chakra.
Yes.
The blue color as well.
Fantastic. Okay, Marisaka, this is for you.
Okay, something. Marishka?
beautiful. That's beautiful. Do you go out into the countryside, into nature, and play your flutes in the outdoors, like for instance in a forest or something like that?
My favorite place, and this is where I played my very first flute, was back in the United States, where I used to work as a pharmacy technician. For half an hour break, I would go, because the property was located next to the old castle type building, and they had a bridge with an arch under it. And that arch with a river running created beautiful acoustics. So there was an ambience. So I love going into tunnels, you can say. And many people who actually play the flute, they try finding tunnels, which there's plenty around. And it simply creates this church-like acoustics where you go to another level. This is where I love to play. Or in canyons. I had a chance to travel to Utah, Zion Canyon, and there's a place called Echo Canyon, like a spot where sounds really resonates, reverberates, and I played there. And yeah, so that's why I love playing with effects, because it just expands it.
It comes across that. It comes across this. What now? One of the reasons I ask is how does nature respond to you, like animals, birds, creatures, anything like this, when you start playing that flute? How do they respond to you?
I play to horses. They pause. They're very sensitive creatures. They pause and they listen, but then they quickly carry on chewing. The birds do flock. They're very curious, especially when the high-pitched flute is played. They're kind of trying to not mimic, but to talk to you. It's quite fascinating.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Because birds are carriers of spirit.
Yeah.
So spirit energy, whenever you guys get a robin or a lovely, beautiful bird that pops into your garden and hops around you, look at the birds and tune into what the bird's message is, because there's a spirit message there. Now, that's exactly what I was thinking here, that nature must respond to you in some way, by the way you're doing that. But it sounds amazing. Yes. And the fact going to tunnels to go and play flutes. Now I know why people go into tunnels. I thought they're going in for all sorts of different reasons, but now I know they're going in to play the flute. There you go. In case you wonder why people go into tunnels, it's for the flute.
It's a new age of doing things.
New age of doing things. I know where they're going. No, we're just playing the flute. Fantastic. Okay. Right, Marisaka, I hope you enjoyed that there. Right, okay. Carmen, good evening, Carmen. I hope you're well. In fact, Carmen, I'm just going to look for your link there and just find out where you are. Whilst I'm looking for Carmen's link, she's actually gone for the colour blue. A lot of people like blue tonight. This isn't electric blue, it's just blue. A peek at my business, please. Peek at my business and developments for the rest of the year. So we're going to talk the practical stuff. And Carmen, let's have a little look there. I think I saw your name up there somewhere. I'm just looking. There you are. Carmen, got you. That's good. And Carmen, let's have a look here. So, a peek at my business developments for the rest of the year. And let's see what's going on out there. Right. Okay. I'm sure on another occasion, because I think everybody's going to want you back on again. Everybody's going to want you back here, but everybody's going to want you back on. I'm sure everybody will say that they'd love to hear from the lovely Michelle too, with her interpretation of the music whenever she's ready. But I know that'll be magic. Okay, so peekaboo at business, how things are going there. Let's have a look at here for you, Kamina. Right, okay, and just cutting the pack into 3 piles. I've got the left, the middle, and the right. And I'm just going to have a look here. Let's go for the middle on this particular occasion and see what comes up there. All right. Okay, how's business going to go? Well, okay, you're going to worry like crazy in the first parts here, that I'd say here. Kamina, I think you're going to worry like crazy. But after this, though, I think things are going to start to change around for you quite dramatically. In fact, even as I start to go a little bit, if I say later in the year, I want to go around to about September, about August, September. And I think you'll be dancing with delight, because your card here is the Three of Cups. Beautiful card, because what it's showing me here is with the Three of Cups is the magic to dance, to enjoy life, and actually being accompanied of people and relaxing, and to say here, it's all okay. So, okay, so for professionally here for the rest of the year, for at my business development, yes. Now, it's interesting here because I think that for a while, people are not going to respond to you. They're just going to be very different to you. But I think it will just take a little bit of time before people do, before your work actually starts to work out. And also here, I think as well, there's a lot of other issues that you're dealing with, especially if it's overseas or different places that you have to work with or deal with at the moment, because your cards are also saying here there's other issues which you may need working out on. However, towards the rest of the year, I think it's going to get better. Now, would you understand here that you like to work quite quickly? Would you understand here that you like to network and communicate with people quite quickly there, Kamina? Because I feel speed with you, and the need to work in that way. And in some respects here, would you understand here that you're the boss all round? I wouldn't say bossy boots, I'd just say the boss all round. I just get a feeling here with your energy there. There's a need somewhere to take that power of yours there, because I think you're a very strong lady. Okay, Camila, so good luck in the future there. It just takes a little while there, but I think here for Camila, she's a very strong woman, very strong lady here, and I think she's got a lot to look forward to, but it just takes time. So sometimes we need patience, and sometimes we need the universe just to let itself come back round again, and then we're in the golden place. So hopefully that helps there. Okay, is there a tune there that you could suggest which would just be patient, play for time?
Something energizing. Forgot effects.
Sorry?
I forgot the effects.
Oh. Wow, that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So hopefully, Camille, you can take that lovely, lovely song there, lovely, lovely message, and hopefully that'll mean something to you there. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, so Is there any particular? So when we talk about Indian music, native Indian music, is there any particular area of or particular tribal music which you actually focus on? I'm sure we don't really know how many. Obviously, there's hundreds of different tribes or different American tribes. Is there a particular tribe that you focus on that to play that type of music?
It's an interesting question. I think realistically, the modern Native American flute and what it is has been so removed from the original intent, as far as I understand, of the flute, because there's different historical sources. Some say that it originated, it was used for courting women. So men would play the flute for a woman to court.
Okay.
And it was built very simply, but very profoundly, I would say. To make the holes, they used the knuckles on the hand, which do correspond to golden mean ratio, because we are all built around sacred geometry.
Okay.
Phi, pi, all that.
Okay.
So if you drill holes in a hollowed piece of flute, just where your knuckles touch it, it's going to make sound, because obviously this is golden mean ratio. This is how it was designed. There are other flutes that have been found from a culture called Anasazi.
Okay.
Which sound different. I do make them as well, but they're a bit more difficult to play. So I can't say that I stick to a particular tribe. I prefer myself to improvise from the heart.
Yes.
But Native American, specifically Native American tunes, they do channel, whenever I listen to it, played by Native Americans themselves, they do channel this cultural wisdom and depth, which is also another treasure to, dive into with your heart and in your mind and your
yes
ears. Yeah.
Incredible just watching you play, let alone hearing the sound. So just watching you play, it's just incredible, because it's just like you sort of go off somewhere. It's amazing. It's amazing where you go to. You just really feel it. Okay. I think we've got time for a little bit more here. Okay. Sharon's gone for the colour purple. And question: will I meet someone soon? I'll be on the love life themes tonight. Maybe this eclipse coming up, which we'll talk about tomorrow, has a lot in it. But I'm sure we'll find out a lot about that. Anyway, so Sharon asks, will I meet someone soon? When will I meet you again? No, I'll let you do the music there. I won't sing. Right. Colour purple. Sharon, colour purple. Oh, I love that colour purple with you. If I said just the first thing that comes to my mind here when I focus on you, Sharon, is I feel you will meet someone very special, but it's not going to be towards the end of the year. If I was to say, to bring us around to probably about November, that's when I feel that your love life is actually going to take a turn for the better. It's interesting during the time periods that we just gone through, because you had the opportunity, everybody had the opportunity looking for love, where there's going to be like three types of people. It was either going to be the milkman, or it's going to be the newspaper chappie, or it was going to be the dustman. There was no one else than that. Or maybe the postman. Yes, those were the only types of people you could ever perhaps get off with, because everyone else was doing everything else. But there you go. Anyway, so look at your situation here. Come in, let's have a look. Let's just get you up here, Sharon. Just looking for you. There you are. Sharon. Okay, she says, lovely sound, thank you. Absolutely wonderful to hear from you. And let's have a little look. Right. Sharon, just shuffle the cards to me, which I've just finished shuffling here. And going to cut the pack into 3 piles, and let's have a little look. I'm going to go for the right this time. Let's have a look at the right. Will I meet someone soon? Yes. I think you've already met someone though, haven't you? You met someone, but you're not sure at the moment. Yes, I think there's always someone around you. And because there's a parting of ways. There was parting of ways not so long back around you. And I think at the moment, probably why I pick up November, because maybe you needed a bit of time. But also here, pick up, you're going to be travelling a lot. You're going to be on the move a lot there, Sharon. So I think big things are coming up. And your card here, which is coming up here for you, is the Empress. And the Empress is a very powerful card. I love this card here because it's always to do with the feminine. It's also to do with something manifesting which is very big. In other words, it's not just be meeting someone and thinking, oh, that's nice. No, it's like, this is quite an effect. This is having quite a big change in your life here. But I pick up towards the end of the year, though, and I think that's going to be one of the nicer things you'll see there, Sharon, and I think that's nice there. Now, would you understand here that I understand here, I'm picking up by the spirit world where they're coming through to me now to say to you that would you understand sometimes you feel like you've been a bit very tired, exhausted, and in fact sometimes would you understand if I felt like here that you felt like not necessarily the victim, but would you understand if sometimes you felt like you're being walked over a little bit? Hopefully, I'm not going to go into too much here, but just pick up vibration around you, which is a little bit like this. So, but anyway, let's have a look here. Let's have a look, and let's go into the music. And for Sharon, let's give a little tune for her, please.
Yes, I'll use a special love flute.
A special love flute. How nice! A love flute. Okay. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Thank you very much, Sharon. I hope you enjoy that there. I thought it was very, very touching. Wow. We could just go on and on doing this. I'm sure at the end of the night you probably need to maybe have a little beverage of some kind, but moisten your lips. Anyway, right. Okay, so please tell us about the download that you've got there, which I know you sent them to me. Is right as unfortunately we couldn't download it straight away because on the show there. What information do they contain so people can go and download it? On it'll be on Cafe Clairvoyance in the group, and it'll also be on the homepage too.
Yes, there will be a few links to wonderful, interesting videos that show how sound literally creates form. Those who haven't heard about this, their minds may be blown because it's quite revelational. I will include a PDF file. There's an interesting read, and also I will include a link to my website where I am going to be offering a personalized meditation recording that I would do for people. It would vary in size, price and size. Very, very affordable, and where I will focus on the person if they contact me and they want to put down a message with what it is they need help with. I will channel some meditation that they can carry with them on their device or anything.
I think you're going to be a very busy man.
It's the hard thing.
It's the heart thing. When your heart's in something, that's it. The rest of life just takes its form. Now, we've come to the end of the show, folks. We've come to the end of the show. And what I just want to say here for my very special guest, Geochi, just to say thank you so, so, so much for a wonderful experience. I tell you, it's absolutely mind-blowing. I'm sure everybody out there has absolutely loved it. But what I'd like to say to you is would you mind if you could just play us out with one tune there? And it's a tune for Deborah wife, who's the producer. She just says there, if at all possible, could you play a little tune for me? It's just to play out for the evening. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Does she have a request for a high-pitched or low-pitched flute? Does she like a deep man's voice or a chirpy bird sound?
Good question. If we go, how about chirpy bird? That sounds good. Chirpy bird, I think, is the best.
Okay.
That was fantastic. Georgie, what say, but thank you so, so much for coming on the show. And I think we'd love to get you on again a bit later on in the year, if that's okay with you. And I'm sure the group are going to want to chat to you loads. And everybody on Cafe Clairvoyance will want to get in touch with you and just hear a little bit about what you're doing there. But that was absolutely mind-blowing. And one of the most touching experiences I've ever had in my life. So thank you so, so much. That was beautiful.
It's my pleasure, and I absolutely would love to join again.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And you take care. Have a lovely evening. Please send our love to the wonderful Michelle, and love to you both from us over here. And have a wonderful evening, wonderful week. And see you very soon, my friend. Sooner than everybody else thinks, but it's just around the corner. But anyway, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. And guys out there, what a lovely show. And I think it's just to say a very good night to you guys, and keep safe. And yes, see you guys tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock in the EU, 10 a.m. in the UK. Geochi, thank you so, so much.
Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you.